How do guys? Welcome back to Edgar TV. The World Darts Championship is on the horizon. The PDC World Darts Championship, that is. A couple of weeks now to go. The draw has been done, but today we are going to spare a thought for the players who are not there. Some notable names who are missing from this year's World Championships. If you think someone else is really noteworthy and I haven't included in here, there are a few. I can't put them all in. Put them down in the comment section and your reasons why. I'll be down there having a chat with you, and obviously everyone else can see your comments as well, so we'll all be able to see what you think in regards to who should be a notable name missing from this year's World Championships. There's no better place to start though for me than Jose de Sousa. He is the world number 40, he is the highest ranked player not in the event, and by not being in the event is unable to defend the £35,000 of which he won a couple of years ago, meaning he's likely to drop in the rankings. My predictions at the moment sort of put him down to about world number 45, but he could drop a little bit more than that depending on other results. It hasn't really gone well for him since around about 2020, 2021. They was his sort of key years, winning the Grand Slam of Darts in 2020 and also the runner-up of the Premier League in 2021. 6 World Championships that Jose de Sousa has played in a row, and his best that he achieved was in 2023 when he reached the 4th round of this event. So Jose pulls further away from that top 32, meaning no seeding positions, and he's got more money coming. He could be one of the players that we're talking about next year or in the near future about tour card positions, because he's just not picking up enough results. He's going to be in big trouble moving forward. Someone else who's not going to be in the event, who's going to be a big casualty, is Steve Beaton. How can we not have a World Championship, or how can we have a World Championship without Steve Beaton? 32 times in a row Steve Beaton has played in World Championships, starting back in 1992 when he played at the old BDO in the Lakeside. He won that event, the World Championship, in 1996 when he did beat Richie Burnett in the final, but not quite had as much success in the PDC side of things in the World Championships. The best run we have seen from Steve Beaton in a PDC World Championships, last 16. Something maybe you thought he might have done a little bit more than that. I certainly thought he'd have got to at least a quarter-final or beyond. But a never present in the World Championship. The streak is over. That is Undertaker-esque type streak. In fact, that's bigger than Undertaker-esque, because Undertaker only got to 21, didn't he? So that is incredible from Steve Beaton to have that sort of longevity and consistency at the top end. He will obviously go now to the Seniors Tour and to things like the Super Series. So we'll see him more moving forward. Simon Whitlock, someone we may not see moving forward, because by not being in the World Championship, that puts his tour card in danger. He is currently on the bubble position, and Wesley Plazier has got a good draw, which if he wins that would knock Simon Whitlock out of the tour card. He got to the BDO World Championship final in 2008 and also a finalist on the PDC side, losing to Phil Taylor in 2010. His big crowning moment came at the European Championships in 2012 when he picked up that title. However, he is on a run of 21 World Championships in a row. That is serious running numbers. 5 of those was in the BDO, the others in the PDC. He fell out of the top 32 in 2022 and has never returned, and as things stand, may not be returning to the Pro Tour next year. He will be going to Q School, we know this for a fact. Does have an ambition of playing on the Pro Tour with his son Mason, so I do expect he's going to be there. He will do the Challenge Tour should that become the option, but exhibitions, Seniors Tour, Super Series, we may actually see more of Simon Whitlock without a tour card now, and that's one of the exciting things about darts at the moment. Same can be said for Mervyn King, someone who's a bit disappointing that he's come off the tour. I certainly love seeing Mervyn King. He's one of those players that's just enjoyable to watch, because you know you're going to get a bit of drama with Mervyn King. 16 times he played in the World Championship in a row, but that ended in 2024, not returned. Best he managed to do was a semi-final, but not being in this means no tour card for King. He did play at the Players' Championship finals, didn't really perform too well there, losing out to Damon Heta. His big moment in the PDC was that Premier League final, which he played in 2009. He did play in many other finals, and he won titles on the BDO side, most notable the World Masters. But no Mervyn King on tour, not just in the World Championships. Now, I can't go through everyone individually, so I'm going to chuck a few names at you here at once. Now, Adrian Lewis would probably, on normal circumstances, get his own sort of with photos on the screen, and I'd run through Adrian Lewis's achievements, 2-time back-to-back world champion, but I don't feel like it's something you can do due to the fact he's not played any events this year, so it kind of was the inevitable. Vincent van der Voort didn't go to the qualifiers. I've seen in the comment section yesterday people saying he mentioned on a podcast that he's been having a little bit of health problems and he was getting that sorted. We know he's not going to Q School next year, having a year off to concentrate on health and on media work, so... But a notable player missing here, a regular in the World Championships on both codes and a major finalist in the PDC. Andy Barton's someone I think is interesting here, switched to the PDC at the start of the year after winning the WDF title at Lakeside, and he won that well and dominated the tour to the point where you thought he was going to take well to the PDC. Now, one thing that was notable about Andy Barton's is he played well in the early stages, but as sort of the PDC is, he was playing well and not picking up the results, which maybe just knocked him a little bit and took him a little bit of time to adjust. I think he has a better year 2 than he did year 1, and I certainly expect to see him at Ali Pali, but maybe a notable admission here. There are so many, when you look through, people you can point a finger at and go, they wouldn't be out of place. They could be there. They could be there. He's won a Pro Tour. He's done this. Let me know who you think. Who do you think are big players missing from this year's PDC World Championship? Down to the comment section for that. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Lots of predictions, lots of content around the World Championship. I've got Paul Hinks on the show in the very, very near future. That video is coming soon, and obviously all the content around my Lakeside journey and everything else you need to know in the world of darts. Pretty much going to be daily uploads going into December, so make sure you're right here for all things darts on Edgar TV.